See, it was the one that had Rocco attacked. Willow accepted Drew's proposal. I said, was that the ring that she had when she was married to Michael? How that supposed to work? Charlotte and Danny still trying to lie like Dalton punched Rocco. Elizabeth tried to get Michael to let Willow see the kids. I think her and Chase need to go on somewhere. Y'all supposed to be telling her right from wrong, not trying to encourage her foolishness. Britt, don't listen or pay attention. If the man just murdered somebody in front of you, I was like, Britt, when she showed up, what did she tell? What did she say? Abel was there or whatever, and he was like, he in the middle of me, you can't just barge in and stuff like that. She was like, basically, you gonna let her go if you unless you want her to hear what I got to say. I said, apparently you want to be like Dalton. I said, apparently you want to be like Dalton at this point. You don't listen or pay attention, girl. This is not the time. What you think he do to you? If he just murdered somebody in front of you, what you think he do to you? And the last thing is that Nathan took Rocco out of jail to protect him. I think I forgot something. I know Sonny was trying to get Turner to get Rocco out of jail, talking about, or he will. And I said, how that's supposed to work? But hey, y'all. Welcome back to another review of Life of Chesses for General Hospital, November 25th, 2025. First things first, let me know your thoughts on today's new episode down below. What y'all think? Now, okay, now, I've been saying, and a lot of people been saying that Willow's the one that, I was about to say murdered Drew. She ain't murdered him, but she shot him. We've been saying that it's been her. I feel like they keep missing the opportunity to reveal it if it really was her. But maybe Michael's working on the plan because he's still saying that, his kids deserve better than, a murderer or whatever as, their mama and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, now. I feel like the perfect opportunity if she had did it was when she came in the house or whatever, and she was looking around, and she was like, how can you stay here, Drew, or whatever, after somebody tried to murder you or whatever. And all this other stuff, and aren't you worried that they'll be back and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, they could have did a little flashback and shown us that it really was her or something like that. But I'm hoping also that if she did do it, that Michael got video, or not video of her doing it, but video of her placing the weapon right there, or something like that. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know at this point. But so far, we don't know who did it still. And this man trying to propose. I mean, not trying to propose because he did propose. He trying to marry her apparently on Thanksgiving, y'all. Apparently trying to marry her on Thanksgiving. So is that going to be on tomorrow's episode or what? But yeah, okay. So on today's new episode, we're going to start with Elizabeth and Michael. So he was there for his appointment, and they were just talking. And he was talking about, being burned and how he was all alone and stuff like that. Willow didn't even try to come see him or let him see, not come see him, but let him see the kids. And she was like, she did try. He was like, one time, and Drew interfered with that. But yeah, they were just talking about that. Elizabeth tells Michael that Willow moved out, and he wants to know, has she moved with Drew or whatever. Yes, she did. She moved back with Drew. I was like, she must not be too bright. I was like, man, I don't know if she's not too bright, or she just desperate to see her kids, or both. I don't know. She not too bright, or she just want to see her kids. Maybe it's just she desperate to see her kids. Drew keep telling her that he could do this and he could do that. So far, he has been, well, he been failing, but at the same time, he been succeeding because nobody don't took him down yet. Nobody has taken him down yet. But yeah, Elizabeth tells Michael Willow moved. I'm just going to go down the notes, y'all. Elizabeth tells Michael that Willow moved out. Drew asks Willow how it feels being home or whatever, and that's when she starts talking about, him being shot and how can he live there. What if the person that did it tries to get him again and stuff like that. Talking about something, if they love their little family with Scout and Wiley and Amelia, and they both love each other kids and all this other foolishness. It's that the ring that, remember the scene where she was just asking Michael, to let her see the kids, stuff like that. I think she was in that red dress. It was after the little the nurse's ball, I think. And they was in the car or whatever, and she was telling him what Michael did and said, and she finally took off the ring. Is that the same ring? I don't know if that's the same ring or not. I can't remember if that's the same ring. If it is, I was like, how you gonna propose? That's weird. That make it, I mean, it already seemed like he want Michael life, obviously. But yeah, every time you talk, it seemed like he want Michael life. And now he got his wife. Now he got his ex-wife anyways. But yeah, Alexis tells Danny that they had to go over their statements and stuff like that. They was waiting on Charlotte to get there. She ends up making it. Nathan tells Lulu that she can't stay for the practicing of the kid's statement because, Rocco needs her. Sonny tells, what they trying to do with them? Y'all think they trying to hook them up or what? Sonny tells Turner that he wants Rocco released now. Rocco tells Britt that she shouldn't be nice to him because he stole her key fob. And that's when she was like, we can't worry about that right now. And she ends up helping him, with his injuries and stuff like that. And he was like, his grandpa, trying to help him and stuff. She was like, basically, he shouldn't rely on Sonny or whatever. Girl, you over here working with Sidwell. How are you any different? What the world going on? Then did he say that she? I think the guard dude was asking Rocco, was that his mama or whatever? Did he say yeah? Did he say yeah? I don't know. I said, don't let Lulu hear that. She gonna have a fit. She gonna have a fit. If he did say that, Sonny tells Turner to get Rocco out or he will. Ava ends up saying how she hopes that there can be peace in regards to Sitwell and Sonny. I said, good luck with that. Good luck with that. But I am ready for them to get this whole Sitwell's a good guy out the way, because he's obviously not a good guy, just like Brennan ain't no good guy. I said, I'm so ready for them to go ahead and reveal what he been up to or something. Oberg wants Nina to write an article about Rocco, how, he's been set up and all this other stuff. Willow asks if Drew afraid someone will come back to finish the job. I was like, look, even when he proposed to her, she was hesitant. She was hesitant. She told me the time she has been married, it's been for the wrong reasons. And she wanted to be the right reason. He's like, it will be. Don't you love me too? I love you. Don't you love me too? And I was like, no, she don't. She may have used to love you, but right now I think she working you. I think she's trying to get what she could get out of you, which is her kids. And that's if you can help her get her kids. That's what I think. I don't think she loved him at all. But she foolish enough to accept his proposal. I was like, he the reason when you was in that courtroom, girl, what about the whole situation told you to accept this man's proposal and move back in? When you was in the courtroom, they was questioning you. They asked you, why was you keeping the kids from him? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Drew thought, or Drew and I, or whatever, and they were saying how basically Drew, the one who put you up to all this. What about that tells you, okay, Drew can help me get my kids back? Ain't he the reason why you lost them? Or largely responsible for why you lost them? Excuse me. Yeah, girl, I was like, yeah, they should have been got her help. They should have been got her help, because ain't no way you go from one person controlling you to another person controlling you or whatever and just letting people control you. But yeah, let's see. Elizabeth tried to get Michael to give Willow access to the kids, because she was saying how Willow just trying to do what she thinks is best so that she can get to see her kids, and any mother or any parent would focus on that or try to do that and stuff like that. But if you let her see the kids, then she just see the kids. Hasn't he been letting her? Well, for the most part anyways. I ain't gonna say he just full blown been letting her see the kids, because his whole thing has been he don't want her to, the whole Drew situation. He want his kids to be safe, which is understandable. And I'm about to say Willow, not Willow. Elizabeth and Chase need to chill. Chase will be talking to Brooklyn on tomorrow's episode. Well, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? Is they gonna air it tomorrow, y'all? I don't know if they said they gonna air it tomorrow or not, but I know Thursday and Friday they don't supposed to air no soap operas, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, she gonna be talking to him. I want to know if he gonna tell that he knows that Michael's alibi is false, and I want to know if she gonna warn her cousin or not. I want to know if she gonna tell him. Like, look, I have to tell it. He was looking out for his ex-wife. You might as well look out for your cousin. What the world going on? Shoot, it's only fair. It's only fair. But I said, I hope Michael got something up his sleeve. I know they say he's supposed to be upset, but I'm assuming now that the reason why he's supposed to be upset is because this fool from the married Drew. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe he gonna find out about Chase. We'll see. But yeah, what else? Like I said, Elizabeth was trying to get Michael to give Willow access to the kids. Turner said that Dalton's missing or whatever, and Sonny started thinking about him being in the trunk. I said, exactly. You know who did it. You know who responsible. When are you gonna take action? Somebody so you worried about how they gonna feel. What you talking about, dude? What you talking about? Mobsters don't supposed to care nothing about nobody's feelings. Anybody can get it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Back in my day, that's what back in my day when soap operas I first started watching soap operas, and they talking about mob this and mob that. They ain't play that stuff. Talking about feelings and all this other stuff. Sonny, you need to go and retire. Y'all know what y'all talked about. You and Jason talking about retire. Y'all need to retire. Talking about so you don't want to, fall back on it. All the stuff you done did to these folks ain't approved of. Now you want to be concerned about their feelings. Be for real. This man getting away with murder, literally. Do y'all think that Britt is actually gonna tell, Jason what's going on now? Now that she see the Sidwell over here targeting Rocco or whatever? I said, yeah. I said, see, he just over here doing a lot. He doing a lot. Tell my son, when he made that comment about Rocco, I was like, it was him. And I said, I want to know if Sonny gonna find out that he's the one who had Rocco attack. Maybe that's what's gonna let him know that this man ain't playing with you. Maybe this is what's gonna wake him up. The world going on. But yeah, then Jason told Laura that what he said, Dalton is nowhere, or some comment he made about Dalton. And I was like, yeah. I said, nah, nuh-uh. What else? Let's see. Bree thinks Sonny gonna make things worse for Rocco. That's what she told him. Drew still saying that Michael's the one who shot him, and I was like, you think that if you say it, if you say it repeatedly, then that's gonna make it true? Cause I don't think Michael did it. I don't know who did it at this point. We ain't gonna never find out, y'all. They just gonna make it seem like he ain't got shot down the line. That's the way it's headed. I said it better be real interesting. It should be really, really interesting. I think they showed Curtis and them on the promo on Monday, on yesterday's promo. I think they showed them. So I don't know if they finna bring Portia in or what. That's probably gonna be on next week's episode. But yeah, I was like, oh, this time it should be really interesting, y'all. But yeah, Drew still saying that Michael shot him. He ends up saying that he'll sell the house if Willow wants, if it makes her uncomfortable or whatever, that he'll sell it. He'll get a new place for them or whatever. I said desperate. Nina ends up saying how she thought that Willow shot Drew because her and Obrick was talking, having a conversation. Obrick asked if what did she say? I think I skipped over it. Where is it? Did Obrick say that she was wondering if Willow did it, or did she say she was wondering if Nina did it? And Nina was like, she not the one who did it, but she did. Yeah, that's what she said. Nina thought that Willow was the one who shot Drew, but she was like, she was wrong or whatever. That's why she provided the alibi. And she was like, she betrayed a friend, Portia, because she told them, you know, about Portia and the fact that she's being, I don't think she said that about being blackmailed. I don't know. But either way it goes, she told her that she gave up Portia or whatever. And somebody said she don't want to lose friendship. Girl, please. How people be thinking that they could do whatever and then you still have the same person? You're not gonna have the same person after what you did or what you said. Girl, you delusional. I mean, I take that back. Cause I thought Curtis was gonna be mad. No, I thought Curtis was gonna be mad at Nina or whatever. I wanna know if he gonna return the favor or if Portia gonna return the favor. Cause Curtis understood. No, I keep seeing it wrong. Nina understood when Curtis betrayed her and told a secret. Now she done went and told a secret. So do y'all think they gonna still be cool or what? But yeah, what else? Let's see. Danny and them was going over their story. Danny ends up saying that Dr. punched Rocco. So Laura made a face. She looked at Jason. Jason looked at her. They looked at Alexis. And I said, they know they lying. I said, they know they lying. They went outside. They was talking about it. They said, it's clear that they lying and she can't put them on the stand like that or whatever. So they went in. Alexis went in and she was just confronting them. And they still want to stick to the story. And I said, exactly. Y'all going to end up facing charges. Then Jason then was trying to explain the same thing. Y'all going to end up facing charges or whatever if y'all go with that story because it's clearly a lie. And I said, right. Exactly. But yeah, what else? I gotta make sure I cover everything. I cover everything with Elizabeth and Michael. Oh, no, I didn't. Because when Drew ends up proposing to her, she ends up saying yes. So he was like, they're not gonna do a big wedding and nothing like that. They're just gonna have the people that support them and everything. So she went to the hospital. She ends up asking Elizabeth to be a maid of honor. And Michael's over there and he ends up hearing it. He looked mad in the mug. And she was showing the ring. And I was like, is that the same ring? Look, I want to know. What's that the same ring? But yeah, I said, see, girl, you just move too fast. You move too fast, girl. What the world going on? But I ain't gonna say that because Michael, even if he let her see the kids, that don't mean he gonna continue to let her see the kids. He keeps saying how she mentally unstable and everything. Oh, when Nina was talking to Obrick, they was talking about Willow, you know, taking days and stuff like that. Nina was like, the reason why she thought that Willow could have shot Drew is because Obrick said that about her taking Sasha's baby. And she was like, I still think that she's the one who did it or whatever. So that's when she ended up revealing that Michael's alibi is crumbling or whatever. So, you know, there was no reason for her to lie, nothing like that. And I was like, you don't know that. I said, nobody knows. We don't know. We don't know who shot this man. He's still blaming Michael. I said, they could come forward and be like, they the one who did it. And he still be, Michael did it. You lying. Michael the one who did it. Desperate for him to go down. But yeah, what else? Let's see. See what Ava, I think she came by talking about some doggone paintings. She was like, I ain't got time to hear about no doggone paintings right now. You think I want to talk about some paintings? Do you know what I'm going through? I just lost my period. And I just murdered somebody, but you know, I probably done murdered plenty of people. I probably done murdered plenty of people at this point. You want to talk about some paintings, some art? Then she was talking about, you know, since everything that happened in regards to Measure C or whatever, now she hoping that there could be peace. And I was like, this man don't want peace. And I think he way past pretending like he want peace at this point. Because he upset. But yeah, I was like, Sonny, it's time. Sonny was talking to Turner about getting Rocco out of jail, whatever, how he got attacked. She was like, she didn't know that. And she basically told him he can't tell her what to do. He can't threaten her. You can't threaten me. I don't care what we got going on between us. You can't threaten me. I said, well, I guess whatever they had going on between them was on pause right now. I guess it's on pause. But yeah, she's supposed to be trying to work on getting him bail. I think she said she did, but she don't think he's gonna be, denied or anything. So we'll see. Um, Lord, excuse me. What else? I think that Rocco got brought in. Was Sunny out when Rocco got brought in? Nathan told the guard. I think I said that part already. Nathan told the guard about he taking Rocco back to the PCPD or whatever, and you could talk to Turner if you have any questions. I see you supposed to just let nobody be released like that. This time I saw the next thing you know, she was like, "Don't do that again, Nathan," or whatever. That's the only time she gonna go for it. So that's when Sonny wanted to stay by Rocco's side, and he did, or whatever. Excuse me. Hold on. And Lulu was just thanking Nathan and everything. She was asking him, was his, badge gonna be in jeopardy? Was his job gonna be in jeopardy? I said, can't be no more in jeopardy than the rest of these people around here. Can't be no more in jeopardy. Chase over here risking his career. Lord, don't risk the career by helping to cover up. Well, I ain't gonna say helping to cover up. Covering up a murder or whatever and all this other stuff. But yeah, I said everybody's job should be gone. Everybody should be jobless at this point. We already talked about Britt, Rocco, Lulu, Nathan, Turner, Sonny, Sidwell. Oh, Sidwell and Britt. She was just questioning him. She was like, you said you help, but I thought you would help me and stuff like that. And he made a comment, and he basically told her, you seen what happened to the last guy that came at me sideways. You seen what happened to the doctor. So why would you come your tail in here, interrupted? He was mad, too. I said, see, that nice guy is going out the window. He done lost his patience or something. As soon as Ava left, that's when he was talking to her. He was yelling at her, actually, saying, this is the second time you done interrupted my meeting or whatever. She's like, I don't care. I said, girl, you crazy. You forgot he just murdered this dude. You forgot, didn't you? So, that's what she was talking about Rocco, how he got attacked or whatever. And like I said, he made a little comment, and she was like, it was you the one. And she basically said, she gonna have to get in line, or the same thing gonna happen to her that happened to Dalton. That's the way I took it. And I was like, right, exactly. He mean business. He ain't Sonny. I'm still on the fact that Sonny sent his bodyguard or whatever, to get what's her name, Natalia, and he gonna let her get somebody, so she gonna get in the shower or whatever. He gave her too many times. And that's why I said he's slipping. But yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. I don't know. Oh, Drew showed up where Nina and them was and said it's a good thing that they all there. He wants to invite them over for Thanksgiving because it's an event that they don't want to miss. We already talked about Michael seeing Elizabeth and Willow with the ring. Jason and them talking about how Charlotte and them clearly lying. Yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. I think that is everything. Let me make sure. Nathan said they taking Rocco. Ava told that Britt interfered with her meeting with Sidwell, so more people are knowing that she's meeting up with Sidwell. More people knowing because Lucas also know that she was there the other day, so they gonna wonder why she keeps meeting up with this man. They're gonna wonder why. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces.